Good evening, and welcome to Pretty Dicey, where we hope things do indeed get pretty dicey. I'm joined as always by my favourite people. If everyone would like to introduce themselves one by one at a time, that'd be perfect. We'll start with you, Em.
Hi everyone, my name is Em and I'm playing Celestine Whitesong, the Elven Bard.
Hi guys, I'm Alex. I'm playing Rydian Arundor, the High Elf Paladin.
Are you sure?
I think so.
I'm Matt. I'm Matt. I'm playing Krulo Fairfold, the Druid Changeling.
Aaron, if you'd like to go next.
Okay, yeah. Hi, I'm Aaron. I'm playing Clayton Boncraig, Battlemaster Fighter and Tavern Brawler.
Joe.
I am Joe. I'm playing Rack, the Trickery Domain Cleric, and I'm a Goblin.
Hi, I'm Kazakh, and I play the Human Barbarian.
Nice. Just a couple notes from us today, from me. We're Twitch affiliate now, yippee! Which means that we have you can subscribe, you can we have channel points, and we'll have emotes coming eventually by the next session. What else? We have a Discord. If one of my we've got, if you do !Discord, voila, there's our link. And if you do !YouTube, you'll also find our YouTube link where you can watch previous sessions. What else? Today we're doing our third session of Dawn of the Third Age, and here is our intro. I hope you all enjoy. Hello, welcome to the third session of Dawn of the Third Age. I know we did just go over that, but I thought I'd reintroduce us. Today we are picking up a couple minutes after where we left off last session with our heroes gallantly wandering down into this dungeon full of potential cultists. They found people trapped in cages from when they were taken from an attack on the neighboring town. As they have started to let people out, we are going to cut to Celestine. Kazak, just a couple minutes ago, you were parading the mayor of this town, Lakeside, around, telling everyone, you know, this guy's awful, he's done awful things, he's let these people stay here. And as that sort of rage has subsided a bit, you realize it was probably a good idea, or someone mentioned it somewhere, that they should be locked up until they get back to Lakeside. So with the now empty cages being just there, you've decided to put the mayor, Lord Wilmer Stalbenthal, into the cage, and take it over to the appropriate lifting elevator. I think that's what I called it. It is almost like an elevator. You take it over there and you start lifting it up. With the other perpetrator, Lord Wilfred, who is the mayor's son, he was also put into a cage and he is taken up. And Celestine, you are kind of rising along, like up along with these two. And as they are sort of like moved into the back of a carriage, one of the spare carriages in the camp, you are left alone to watch them. As Kazak, you head back down and free everyone else for the time being. Celestine, is there anything you'd like to do in the meantime?
So it's just me and the mayor and his son on this elevator.
So they're now like in a carriage, like in a big sort of like carriage thing, on like outside. So they've been taken outside and like loaded up, essentially ready to leave the camp and taken back to Lakeside.
Can I get a sense of how Wilfred is looking? Or like, do I get any sense that, because I know that his father had said about basically trying to make sure that Wilfred was safe. He'd said a lot about keeping his son alive. Do I get any sense of the relationship of the two interacting with each other at all?
Do you want to make me a perception check?
It's a 4.
Currently, you don't see much. Whatever sort of relationship they have is kind of unknown to you at this current minute. The real sort of like prevailing feeling coming from Lord Wilmester, the father, is almost like a despair. He knows that there's something really kind of like, he knows you don't know what he feels actually. It would be more just that he looks like he's despairing over something. And you take a glance at the son, and he couldn't seem less, nonchalant, I guess. He thinks it's just a walk in the park for him. He thinks, oh, this is fine. This will be something I can get out of. He's obviously very much in pain about his toe, which Rack cut off at the end of the last session. But at the current minute, he thinks this is fine. This is something that I am going to be fine from.
And then before anything else, I'm assuming that I didn't have any conversation with Crulo beforehand. Is Crulo? No, okay.
No, so this happened quite quickly. I would have said Crulo's spent the past couple minutes just getting everyone like healed up and situated. Obviously the note that he found at the end of last session will be something that he needs to bring up, but you currently know nothing about it.
Okay. I'm going to walk up so that I'm kind of leaning, like, is there kind of like this cage? Can I just sort of lean against it closest to where the mare is? And I'm just kind of gonna sort of lean almost nonchalantly myself and speaking to the mare, just say, gosh, someone really has it out for you, mare. Not just your son. Tell me, what brings someone to this juncture, this point in life where their own son would betray them, where they'd end up in a cage like this, where the whole town probably, if not certainly, wants you dead? How can I avoid the same fate?
He takes a second and he looks down, and there isn't a response that comes from him. You hear sort of like a ragged breath that he's going to say something. He's going to really, like, you feel some like rage coming out, and then it just deflates essentially.
Yes, I mean, before I arrived here, we probably would have had a much more pleasant conversation for a good while. And then eventually, you'd have found out some things about me that probably would have made you as silent as you are now. Tell you what, I'm feeling particularly generous. You seem well connected, a mayor. You must have lots of money, right? And perhaps you aren't ready to shuffle off this mortal coil just yet. So how about we cut ourselves a little deal? How about you make me an offer, give me a number, something suitable, and I will do my very best to make sure that you and your son walk out of this alive.
He smiles a little. He chuckles. He goes, "Well, I didn't think that you were the practical type. Now, numbers. Are you looking for a home, or are you looking for practical, real gold?"
Oh, not looking for anything. But I'm looking for a number that would satisfy someone that you have really, really pissed off. And I mean severely. Like, he won't just send me again, he'll send other people like me. So it's got to be a pretty good number, so that this is the last conversation you have with anyone like me.
Who was it? Who,
I mean, that's a poor do if there's so many enemies that you have that you can't even think of anyone.
You can...
Let's just say it's one of those many people on that list. And, I mean, I'm already getting paid for what I'm doing, and it's a pretty handsome penny, but he needs more. Much more. Or there's a certain rumor, a certain story about yourself that, would mean that you wouldn't just no longer be mayor here in Lakeside, but you'd be mayor nowhere. You would be insignificant. You would be a nobody. You might as well be dead. So come on, a number, a figure, before somebody tries to stop us.
Yes, well, not my finest hour, but... 300? How does 300 sound to you?
Sounds a little short, darling.
Really?
300 gold. You just, I could find that in other places. I'm sure my employer could as well. Come on, I think we could add another figure to that number.
What, an extra 0? You're playing hard to get. How about 600?
Okay, it's nothing to, nothing I wouldn't accept myself, but you see, this person, I'm not sure it's a big enough number. I mean, perhaps if I said the word Ellerin, that number could get slightly larger.
You see the face almost kind of like drain from his cheeks, like sort of his face. Sorry, the color drain from his cheeks, and he goes like, oh, 850. That's as high as I can go.
I assume you don't have that gold on your person right now, so how exactly are you going to get me that number?
There are people who I can contacts. I have contacts that are many and wide, and there are. Is this really what you do for a living? You go around threatening people?
Is this really what you do for a living? Have your son capture you, your townspeople turn on you, end up in a cage? Where I come from doesn't matter. In fact, after this conversation, you will never see me again. We'll have no interaction whatsoever. I will be a ghost. So it doesn't matter about my backstory. What seems to matter is your backstory, because that's the thing that's gotten you into so much trouble.
You best hope you're a ghost by the time we're done. What's your name? I didn't quite catch it down there.
And I would tell you so many things, but we just don't have time for that. So, for now, as long as you get me that gold, no one will find out about Ellerin, no one will find out about all sorts of things, and, you know, a little murder way back when. Got it?
Understood.
Now, if you don't mind, I've got some questions for your son over there.
Go right ahead. You say he's got gritted teeth as he say it. As he says it. And you can almost feel like steam coming off of like his skin, where he's angry, really angry.
Good. I'm glad. I move my way over to look at Wilfred. I can't really hide my disgust looking at this guy. I just kind of look at him for a moment and again, just sort of leaning in, tilting my head, just studying his sort of like nonchalantness. I'm just kind of like, you're just not clever enough to be in charge of all this. So go on, why don't you save us all some trouble and perhaps some torture and just tell us who you actually work for? You know, who's the real brains behind the operation?
Well, if I did that, my dear, I wouldn't really have anything to leverage myself with, would I?
Leverage yourself? Oh, look, you can either tell us now and save the rest of your toes, or, you know, we can just kill you and find out ourselves. It's really, you know, I'm doing this for you, darling. I think you need to, think long and hard about the choices that you've made and, you know, what happens to you in the future.
I'll be fine. I'll be more than fine, actually. It's more about what you will be after all of this. My associates really wouldn't care for the sort of destruction and havoc you've caused at their base. And, well, you might be right. I might be, well, it's not very nice to say that I'm not very intelligent. I'm not intelligent enough to lead this little operation, but I'm not the leader. No. And, well, with hope he finds you soon, and with hope he deals with you exactly how I would have dealt with you.
How you would have dealt with us. See, that's the funny thing. You think that they're going to be angry at us, but usually these kinds of people are more angry about the people that let these things happen. So either we end you, or they do. But by all means, live in your delusions, fine by me. And with that, I leave them to it. I move away from the cage, and I sort of just continue going up.
And as this is happening, we're gonna cut to Clayton, Rack, and Kazakh. You guys are opening all these cages. Is there anything you guys else want? I can't speak. I'm so sorry. Is there anything else you guys would like to do while you are down here?
Are we in the level where it's like we're still in with the cages, or are we in the level where it's like with the where the food stocks were? Because main thing is I'm looking around. I'm seeing like rotten scraps, fish heads, like moldy bread. I want to get these people fed with like the abundance of food that I've seen upstairs.
You're still currently on like the cage level, where most of the people are. You reckon that when the elevator comes back down, you can fit about like 12, 15-ish people in, and then they'll head back up. They'll come back down and collect the rest of you, and then they'll head back up again. You also remember, maybe a history check just for the current minute.
Okay. Alright, that was the first thing like Clayton would think of, but there was a second thing as well. 14.
Okay. 14 sounds good. You remember that as you were kind of like on the sort of like open base at the top, you all you remember passing by almost like a sleeping area where you saw they had a lot more rations, sort of like what do you call it, barrels of stuff, you know, water, bread, wine, wheat, all that kind of stuff. They've got a fully stocked like pantry essentially.
From looking at that, does it also like does Clayton think of like how long this was gonna last him for, like all of this food?
You see there is enough there for enough for like a well-stocked camp, to a big enough camp maybe to last like a couple weeks. There is a lot, and I mean like a lot of rations and food just kicking about, and with the very minimal people you've seen there already, with like there were 5 people, I remember, 5 or 6 like people plus Wilfred. That's enough to last them month and a bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think he keeps this in mind, but like as he's thinking of like taking care of people as well, Clayton's just like, I think he's like been helping Krulo out because like there's kids, there's elderly here, so like he's helping them out. But like I think he goes up to one of the kids, and he's they're scared looking at him because like he looks down at his hands, and his body's covered in blood and gore and viscera, and like right now he's in like the tavern keeper mindset, like looking after people, but like it's only just come to this point where he realized like what he looks like, and it's wells up with like he thinks about how he punched Ridian earlier, and like how much like shame in like indulging in those that anger that he felt, and like not like looking around at all these people and like thinking about, I keep making these same mistakes, and it puts other people that I care about or people I should care about in worse positions because I get carried away with how I'm feeling. So like kind of just like takes off his gauntlets and just like puts them in his pack and just like helps Krulo like with the kids whoever he can, just like give him a help action with persuasion or anything like that. Yeah.
All right. Krulo, are you currently just like helping these people kind of on board onto the sort of elevator, get out from their sort of positions?
He's definitely being a sort of mediator for the people, like putting aside the debacle that just happened and the notes that he's just found. He's just focusing on the people, getting them out to safe, and making sure that everyone's a-okay.
Cool. So, Krulo and Clayton, you both are kind of like loading. Loading. You're helping these people get onto this elevator, and just making sure they're okay. You go up with the first batch. Rak and Kazak, are you guys doing anything down there while you're waiting?
Just, well, making sure all of the cages are unlocked, and just sort of making sure nobody really tries anything shady. People panic and they might hurt other people to try and get out. Just making sure everybody's behaving.
Kazak, what about you? What are you up to?
He's just watching the crowd, people waiting to get up out the lift, helping anybody who's stuck in the cage or, is a bit too sore or whatever to get out.
Okay, so this is just a sort of like general team effort to get everyone out. Cool. Rak, do you want to make me a perception check just to kind of see what's going on?
Dirty 20.
Yippee. So you see no one at the current minute, just like you see no one making a fuss or an issue. There's a bit of kind of like moving into like single file lines, getting everyone on at the same time. But there's no sort of like ill intent for anyone at this current minute. No one's making any trouble, any fuss. So you're all helping these guys move up. On the sort of like first batch that go up, Ridian, you are helping carry this young elven woman. You helped do it because she couldn't stand by herself yet. You healed her leg, but she was clearly very weakened by sitting for days without any sort of injury. Without any sort of help. And you, as this first kind of batch comes out, it's Clayton, Krulo, and Ridian. You guys all kind of come out. You see some carriages off to the side, which look like they would have been used for people like leaving the camp. There's enough, you think, to fit everyone on. You see Celestine with the 2 cages, just keeping watch, and the rest of the field is just kind of empty. Does anyone want to do anything at this time?
I would carry this woman over to Dapple specifically. I wouldn't leave her in one of the carriages because I'm just very mindful that she's got a leg injury and that's not really going to be, safe to travel in a carriage with multiple other people that could press on that. So I'm just gonna put her up on Dapple, on the side of Dapple, and yeah.
Okay. She you kind of like lift her up and she sits down. And she's kind of like coming about her senses a little bit more, and she goes, Where are the others? Are they all right? And she kind of like looks around and starts scanning the area.
Everyone is fine, my lady. Don't worry about it. We're getting everyone out now. They've been seen to, they've been healed best as we could, and we'll be going to Lakeside soon.
She kind of like nods her head. She goes, Okay. Thank you. Go help them. I'll be fine here for a minute.
Of course. Before that, he's going to hand over his water skin to her to make sure that she can drink and stuff like that.
Oh mate, she gets that all down. She just, okay, a little bit crazy. She
Mad.
just, okay, okay. She drinks it all, Yeah, she gets it straight down. We'll move right on. Ridian, do you want to go back to helping the people?
Yeah, I think that's for the best.
Professionalism, guys. Professionalism.
Oh,
I'm such a professional, guys. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so Celestine, you see these people coming out, and eventually Rak and Kazakh, you guys come out with the last set of people, and you start moving on. As everyone's kind of loading into these carriages and sorting themselves out, all kind of like 6 of you reconvene towards one of the more central parts where you can kind of keep an eye on everyone. And yeah, that's about it for now.
So we're all joined back together. And, like,
Yeah, you kind of just start to like group around each other, and you're just kind of keeping an eye on your own specific kind of things that you want to keep an eye on. But you kind of will notice that you're like, oh, we're all kind of back together at this minute. You know, you can take a breather.
Okay. So, did you get anything from those 2?
About as much as you could expect. That Wilfred is a piece of work. Deluded. But he did admit that he isn't the leader, which, you know, anyone with half a brain could have told you that. Not much else, though. He seems not particularly afraid about losing any more of his digits, so...
I mean,
still
he's
think
only
he knows
lost to
more.
1.
He's all warped and twisted by this Black Crown nonsense. You know how these people can get. But you never know, maybe with enough pain, a particular type of pain, we might get something out of him.
I know I can get something out of him. I've spent too long doing that sort of thing. Like, I could do all manner of stuff, but I don't think I want to do that. Not right now. Not if I don't have to.
I mean, it's kind of a shame because I do feel like your skills would be needed, but...
Well, let's get started! No.
I kind of look around at all these people, I'm like, I mean, if we don't do anything, I think these people will take it upon themselves, but...
I don't think it's my decision anymore. Like, what we do to those 2. Me and Rak are but 1 or 2 victims of dozens. Like, it's not just our decision of what happens to these people, and it's not any of us 6 decision of what happens to those people. It's all of the people in that wagon and all the other people in the towns that these fucking idiots have ruined their lives.
There must be some... What's the situation with law and justice in Lakeside? I mean, in Moralfar in general, I don't really know what the customs are. Is there a trial? Will there be...
Well, if you ask me 6 years ago, all I would have done is shave their heads, cut their tongues, and send them off into a mining camp in the Imperium.
I guess we'll find out when we get there.
Yep.
The note hasn't been divulged yet, has it?
No,
okay,
sir.
Krilla's definitely spoken to the driver of the wagon and has just been like, I'm gonna need you to speed up. We need to get back immediately. And I feel like in my head, I feel like everyone's sort of felt the jolt of it going a bit faster, and he comes back in.
Slow up, son. You've not taken off yet. You're still in the camp.
No.
You're still in the camp. Slow up.
Come on.
Wait, what? Faster,
What
please.
are you doing?
Let's go.
Slow up, son. It's all right. No, you guys haven't left the camp yet. You're all kind of none of you are in the carriages yet. You're all kind of just gathered around watching people get into the carriages and sort themselves out.
Right. Okay.
The cages have also been loaded up onto the carriage, but Wilfred and Willmester, they've been kept in their own separate cages, away on 2 separate carriages. So, yeah, there's enough space for all of you guys to get on as well, but Viridian, you're gonna have to ride Dapple.
Yes.
But that's about it. Okay, now you can get back, Krilla. Sorry for interrupting.
Okay, retcon that. You'll see, you'll see Krilla run away from all the kids that he's tried to help onto the carriages, and he's coming to the group. He's coming up to the group. He's just, guys, I found this, and he holds up the parchment. I think this is a distraction, and he passes the note on to Ridian. I think
Yeah, go on.
they set this up. This is a distraction. Something else is going on in the Imperium.
This looks
The
like
Imperium.
orders. Yes, it says Imperium. These are instructions of some sort.
Well, go on,
They-
divulge.
Well, fine. And he reads it out.
Okay.
God, did I really punch you that hard?
He side-eyes the fuck out of you.
Well, he didn't hand it to me. You're just like, oh yes, the Imperium. I'm like,
If
Read
you've
it.
got a concussion right now,
Um,
we could give it to someone else.
Do you have the note, Viridian? Or do you want to read it out again, or do you want to?
Does Ridian have the note?
Yes, it's in the notes section.
Got it. Right. I'll just read it out loud. During the attack, keep the majority of your force back and begin your departure for the roads between Trissid and Belgard. This should yield you the perfect opportunity to take him, with your force overwhelming his convoy. When you have reached the designated area with him, use the stone. We will continue our communication through that channel. Another group will carry out the other mission in the Imperium. Signed, The Heart. There's more than one group.
mission in the Imperium. Can I immediately bolt over to where Wilfred's cage is, please?
Can I join her?
As soon as you like mention the Imperium, I'm like, boom, like over there. I want to walk.
Yes, I mean you burst on over. You climb into the carriage, and you are now at. Would you say Wilfred's?
Yeah, please.
Yes. No worries. You're at Wilfred's cage. He goes, "Hello, darling."
Where is your sending stone?
My what?
Don't play stupid. You've done enough of that already. Where is the stone? You know, from your little heart friends.
Oh, you found the note.
Yes,
That's not
well, someone was
great.
stupid enough to leave something like that lying around. But anyway,
It's not me.
come on.
Well, I don't have it.
Well, who does?
No one here.
Be specific.
Well, if you read the note properly, you would have realized that that group that went out, our majority of our forces, mind you, well, they have the sending stone with them. We were just to hold this place off, perhaps ransom the civilians back to the town, but we have no stone.
What's the mission? Why are they there?
Oh, I can't tell you. You know that.
Oh, you can tell us.
It's
though.
Clayton next to me. Can I just give Clayton a look of like, you need to do something now, like
Oh,
a
Hi, Clayton.
look, like please.
hi, Clayton Bon Craig. You burned down my home and business. Just want to tell you the stakes. For everything that this thing you tell this young lady that she doesn't like, I get to act for 1 minute. So, be as expressive and honest as you possibly can, or I get to have my way with you, son. Or I can have a way with the mayor.
Roll me
I
an
don't- you know what?
intimidation
I don't
check.
like you, Wilfred. I really don't like you. Like, so much. Like, you brought me back from a life that I buried deep, deep down in you. Burned it down into the ashes and brought me back. So please, please, please give me a reason, Wilfred.
Yeah, what he said.
Okay, can you roll me an intimidation check with advantage, please?
Please.
This be kind of
Oh,
upsetting.
intimidation +3. Sorry.
Fingers crossed.
So, hang on. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Yeah, fair enough. That makes sense. That makes sense. That's fair. He like looks at you. He's really trying to remember. He's like,
I'm squishing the bars of the cage in between my hands right now.
he's like, and then he remembers that you specifically hit another one of your comrades just to get to him, which did freak him out a good bit. And he's heard this, and he goes, well, perhaps it might be my place to tell you. How do I put this? Well, the majority of our forces.
Oh, you're really taking your time there, Wilfred.
What, you didn't hear me?
No, sorry. Do I have to reach in there, Wilfred?
No. Your hands are fine where they are.
Because I can always grab your tongue and cut it out, send you to a mining camp in the Imperium where you won't see the light of day. Could do that.
Well, if you cut out
You
my
ever
tongue...
worked with a pickaxe, Wilfred? You'll learn.
I'm sorry.
Got some soft hands there. Be ashamed if something happened to them.
This interrogation tactic. I'm kind of impressed.
Yeah. He goes, well, I can't really tell you what's going on if you cut out my tongue, can I?
I break his leg.
Oh, God. Okay, I need you to tell me the logistics of how you're doing this. Just so...
Is he sitting down or is he standing up?
He's stood up. He's in a cage. He's just like, he's leaning back on the other side of it.
Oh, cool. Right.
I mean, you can, if you want to, you can open the cage and get in there with him. But I
Don't
wouldn't.
No.
I would say from where you are right now, it'd be very. It's not theoretically. It just kind of is impossible for you to break his leg from where you
I
are
think
right
I
now.
would try and calm Clayton down a bit and just say, look, he seems pretty frightened.
Oh,
Come on.
You're right. You're
Fine.
Right. Sorry.
You can't name names. We understand a location, a
I
place.
back up and I cross my arms.
So as I was saying, Major.
Sharpen my cleaver.
Major, sorry, what?
We may have.
Can I just try and listen to what he's saying?
Yeah.
Is he purposely mumbling, or is he just
He's
saying it
purposely
quietly?
mumbling, and then he kind of goes, we may have been targeting a certain member of royalty coming on his way back from the Academy of Magi.
Oh, great.
I see. Just a certain member of royalty.
Just a certain member. You don't need to know the
And
specifics
where
on that
has
one.
this royal person gone? Where have you taken him?
Well, see, that I actually don't know.
So you really aren't in charge. You are just some lackey, just
Well,
of nobody.
I'm one of the best fighters around, but
Best
We can
fighters.
test that out right
yeah.
now.
Talking from the cage. Okay, this is. I look at Clayton like this is pointless.
Hang on. It's not pointless. You got him on the ropes here because he does know the name.
are you guys whispering this, by the way, or is this like a
I said that
you
out
got him
loud.
on the
I'm
ropes?
trying to say this guy knows nothing. He's not important enough.
Also, do you have the key? I'm dying to get in there right now.
No. I say that to you. I'm like, no. I think we just.
Premature. Oh,
That's
get it,
just-
sorry. I'm just. Oh, a lot of feelings, Celestine. Lots of feelings right now.
I need to get back to the Imperium. So the quicker we get all of these people back to Lakeside, the happier I will be. I jump
All I'll
back off
say is
the
this.
wagon.
He
gonna
does
walk.
know that name. he does know the name. He can tell us that surely. He's holding out on the name, and I wonder how tightly he's going to be holding out into that with no fingers.
I think he is too far gone. You'll end up killing him before he gives us anything.
All right. Rack! Rack!
Oh no.
You see a goblin face appear at the bottom of the carriage?
Right there, friend. Listen, this one's been a little bit shy with information. You think you can help me out?
Of course I can.
Excellent.
Really don't think this is necessary. Okay.
I mean, it's not necessary, but he's not making it easy for himself, is he now?
Look, we're not going to get a name out of him, and it doesn't matter. We can figure this out on our own. We already know it's a royal. We know they're from the Academy of Magi. We know where they captured him, and we know that he's probably in the Imperium. Okay, let's. If we kill
Are
him
you
now,
satisfied with that?
then none
Are
of
you
these
sure?
people will get to enact their justice.
You're right. You're right. I'm kidding. Ugh. Maybe later. Maybe later.
Okay. All right.
He
jump
does know
back
the
in.
name.
not look happy.
Out of everything else, he does know the name, and he's holding out on us. That's
Well,
all I
perhaps-
say. That's it.
Perhaps he will divulge it later, but I can't stand to look at his face. I'm gonna jump off the carriage and walk back over to the others.
Uh-huh. Does she walk away?
Yes.
Yeah.
I whispered to Rack, do you think you can get that little cage open?
Yeah.
No.
Excellent. Could you open it for me?
Yeah.
Great.
The DM's like, no.
Will I?
There's nothing I can physically do. Oh wait, no. Rack, do you begin to saunter over to the cage?
I mean, I'm still over there, I guess.
Yeah, you're still over here,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
With Clayton in the cage, right?
Yeah.
Celestine, you begin to walk away, and then
Do.
he goes, "Help! Help me! Help! Help!" And he just starts screaming, like an alarm, as you turn around and you see Rack fiddling with the cage.
We need to go. This is a waste of time. I
can do it
regret
on
bringing
the
you
way.
over here in the first place. Can we just? I shout over to you. I'm like, somebody do something.
Oh.
Kazik starts walking by to see what the commotion is. He's really interested in that.
No. We're gonna end up killing this
No,
guy.
Krulo comes over with his cane and is just like, "Excuse me, gentlemen, please. You
Yes,
must get
sir.
going.
But Krulo, I just want to cut his fingers.
Now.
Me?
Oh.
Gentle?
Now. In the carriage."
All right.
He takes a seat in the carriage.
Yeah,
Wilfred
I sit down in the carriage.
No.
in.
He bangs his cane and he's just like, "Now."
Can
believe
you make
he's
an
signaling- I
intimidation
bel-
check for me?
You can make an intimidation check if you wanna.
I
Ow.
mean, not the most intimidating person, I cannot lie.
You can make a persuasion check too.
A 15.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Alright,
He is pissed. He is
I'll
pissed
listen.
that we're not moving fast enough.
It's the teacher in him.
Oh.
I'm
No,
going
just
to I'm going to say you
Saunter
guys
back to the group.
move
I'll
into
get that name,
the
Adam.
other
I'll get that
carriage
name.
into the carriage in that doesn't have
Apparently
Wilfred in
so. Apparently nobody's gonna keep an eye on him. Oh.
Oh.
I'm gonna go sit in the mayor's carriage and keep an eye on him.
How many
I
carriages
also
do we
keep
have?
an eye on
it.
him.
There's 3 carriages.
3 carriages.
2 of them have
Oh.
one of them is Wilfred, one of them is Wilmester. That's a middle finger. Apologies. That's
Thanks, mate.
the,
Nice.
the other one
Oh, dear.
has just a bunch of people in it.
Kazik walks over to the one with a bunch of people in it, just because. Well, they've already been kidnapped once today.
I'm going to ride in front of the convoy because I can get there first. So I'm going to try my best to sort of ride ahead so I can let the reef bearers know in advance that we have found everyone, because there's a second group, isn't there? A different search party. So I kind of want to get as far ahead as I can and make sure that they're called back before they get into any actual trouble.
Okay. You begin to ride. This whole like operation of you guys finding the thing, finding the hideout, going this, getting everyone out, all that kind of stuff. It's taken you a couple hours to kind of get everything on board, as well as bringing on extra food and rations and resources and stuff. And the ride back begins, and a couple hours goes by, and the sun begins to set. And you, Ridian, you hear sort of the girl on Dapple go, excuse me, sir, we should really pull over for the evening. I don't think too many people are going to, survive a journey through the night.
You're right. Can I have a look? The sun is going down now, right? Yes, it's going to get dark soon. I'll tell them to make camp here. And I sort of ride back a little bit because I've pulled decently ahead, and I'm just gonna tell everyone that we're stopping for the night.
Yeah, so you were far enough ahead that you were still in sight of people, but you were, I guess, far away enough that conversation really wasn't going to happen.
Right, everyone. It's going to be dark soon, so I suggest we make camp.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Well, we can just keep going.
We've
got carts, we've got horses.
Have you seen the state of these people? They need rest. They need to eat and drink and sleep.
Rest when we get back. I have to get back.
Celestine, I understand.
Why don't you just give me your horse then? I'll go ahead.
That is not happening.
I'll leave it somewhere in Lakeside.
I would never let you do that.
Oh, but you'll just let some random woman on it. Okay, fine. Whatever.
Celestine, she's hurt.
Exactly. So, let's get back quickly. They can get real healers. Back to town, back to their loved ones, back to their family. And we can part ways.
I'll leave it to a vote. All those for making camp, please raise your hand.
Oh, that's tough.
How about the people in the carriages?
I was gonna ask, like, what's the state of the rest of the people?
Yeah.
But, like,
A lot of them are sort of like tired. A couple of the children are already sleeping in the back of the carriages. But there is a general like sense of, I would say, getting on this point, like starvation and stuff. Like, you've given them water and given them like bits to eat, but they haven't had a full meal in like 2-3 days.
Well,
fine then.
Let's make sure the camp is secure. Like, make sure we weren't followed, left no tracks, search the perimeter, keep it safe.
I suggest
we're not out of the woods yet. We're still in danger.
I agree. I suggest those who are able to keep watch. We can keep watch in pairs or threes throughout the night.
I'll be okay with that.
Good then.
Could I look throughout like all of like the prisoners that we helped escape? Who is the most like willful, like the most like power, like the strongest like of wills, like someone that's like the most reliable looking in that group? I'm not looking for an adult necessarily. It could be like just a very like strong kid or something like that as well.
Okay. Maybe a perception check, if you wanna.
Okay.
Or
I
actually,
make it an
do
insight?
investigation, or insight. It's your choice.
That is a 12.
Okay. You see, a couple of like people who look a bit stronger. Have got a bit more of like a frame, built. There are some people who like are staying awake, which makes you think they're a bit more like stronger willed rather than like stronger body. The one particularly I've noticed, the girl on Ridian's horse, Dapple. Despite being the one that looked like the most injured there, she's the one that's currently like the most alert of everything.
Okay. I guess I go to the one. So, who was the second one?
So there's some people like strong of body. There's some people like strong of will. Is there anyone in particular?
I think I go for the stronger body. Like anyone that's like looks slightly more awake as well.
Okay. You see a couple of like not older gentlemen, but like gentlemen towards their like 40s ish, like roughly age. One of them looks to be sort of a halfling fellow with like a silver streak going through his hair, and the other one is another human with just a bit more of like a grizzled beard.
All right. I go up to him and just like, listen, we're making camp for the night, but we need any hands that we can get. Can I rely on you to like look after people, make sure that everyone's here, and just like keep eyes open? We're not safe yet, but like any help that you can give us in keeping everyone else safe would be greatly appreciated. And I reach into like my pack and just like give a knife or maybe like a short sword that I found from like one of the cultists and like give them a weapon.
That would be fine with me. I'm fine with saying that you picked up some like bits and pieces from earlier on in the day, and they both kind of look at each other and go, "Yeah, of course."
All right.
You, as everyone's kind of like looking for an area, there is a bit of a clearing that seems to be open in the forests, just off of the road a little ways. So that seems like the most like optimal space to maybe set up camp for the evening.
All right.
I hope one of you doesn't mind helping me. Would we be able to make some sort of tent? I'm more of a private sleeper, if that is okay.
Could you not take
I
a
was also
carriage?
Yeah.
Wait, I don't know why I'm putting my finger up on the DM. Point of order. One, this sort of like adventuring thing. As you guys know, you're probably going to be out for like a day or two. You did bring some sort of like sleeping equipment with you. There's a bedrolls. There are like 2 tents to share between you all. And I would have said that maybe you picked up a couple of supplies which could have, which would have included like 2 or 3 tents in there as well.
If that's okay.
I hope you put it up.
Cool.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna montage the setting up of tent a little bit. I'm not gonna force you guys to roll for dexterity checks.
Roll for
here.
10.
Roll for 10. So the tents get us set up. Some like sleeping mats and rolls are put down for the rest of the people. 1 or 2 people are like sleeping against the log kind of thing with their like head resting against it. That's like the worst case scenario, but everyone should have enough like space and comfortability to get a good night's sleep in without any sort of like interruptions. Clayton, I'm assuming you want to get some food on the go as quick as possible.
yeah, I think I kind of just like I want to give these people a good meal, but like we don't have the time for it right now. We're out in the open. I can just like cook like basically uh, two slices of bread, fruit, vegetables, meat, dried meat, and like hand out um, like a plate full of that to as many people as I can. Just get like necessary, like make sure people are drinking. If any of um, like I'd probably ask Krulo or like Kazakh for just like help if like people are struggling to like eat or drink anything because they've been like in cages for so long, just like stuff like that. But I don't think I sleep that night. I don't think I go to sleep. I'm just up the whole night.
Okay. I would allow a short rest of that, but that means you would
Okay.
like suffer a level of exhaustion. Is that all right with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So let's kind of break this down a little bit. You've made food. Everyone's like eating, being fed. They're all kind of like being put to sleep. What is everyone else doing? Does anyone else want to do something specific? Krulo, you've had your tent set up.
I suppose I'd just read the holy book that I stole
Okay.
in the meantime.
Cool. That's fine. You start reading for a little bit, and then Celestine, if you want to do anything, I guess now's the chance.
I go and find the furthest tree away from this group, and I sit beside it. I'm not playing any songs tonight. I'm just sitting away from everyone. I'm probably not sleeping either, honestly. I'm kind of waiting for the sun to rise. So I'm just sort of staring out
Okay.
in the distance, wishing that we were moving.
Cool. So we'll start watches for the night then, if no one else wants to do anything. So watches. Kazakh?
He has, to be fair, he hasn't got his payback against me, so he's a bit miffed still. He's actually really furious. But he's accepted everyone saying that it's the people's punishment. So he's rounded up a bunch of kids and he's going to get them to do their most ferocious wolf snarls as he then shakes the carriage the mayor's staying in.
Oh,
That's quite silly. That's just quite sweet. He is frightened for a bit before he realizes it's you, and then he says a couple of expletives. He does say some not very nice words to you and the children. Before the children obviously then peter off to bed and have a night's sleep.
Yeah.
Okay, now that's all out the way. We're gonna do our watches for the evening. How these will work: 2 people are going to be on a watch together at the same time. It will range from about 3-ish hours long, 3 to 2 hours long, and then the next group will take over. So, is there anyone that wants to take the first watch?
I think
I mean,
Krulo will take the first watch.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm already not sleeping, so technically I am awake. I could watch.
Okay,
Good
who's on number 2? Watch number 2.
I'll be on number. Kazakh will be on number 2.
Go on then, I'll go with Kazakh.
Okay, that leaves Clayton and Rack to do watch number 3. So
I think I've been awake the whole night. I just can't sleep.
yeah, so it gets to that point, and then obviously after your watch, you'll start moving again. So it'll just be almost kind of like you're just there and then keep going. But while you're like trying to get to sleep in the first place, these other watches will take place. So you have to give me a second to sort out everyone's cameras, but it's not you. It's wrong person. There we go. Bosh. I've got my own little campfire scene. I'm very excited about it. So to start off with the evening, Celestine and Krulo, you both are sat down at this almost like campfire. You are just sat there keeping an eye out. The two guys that Clayton had are kind of like doing a small patrol, but they're also getting a little bit of sleep in where they can. Can you both roll me a perception check for the evening, please?
Uh-oh, indeed.
Come on. Oh, 19. There we go.
Rolled a 4 again.
Krulla's on hall monitor duty. He's walking around make sure everyone's asleep. All the kids are gone beddy byes.
Celestine has not moved from the tree, but is just staring around.
So helpful. He'll sit by the campfire, and I think he'll notice that you're like just sort of darting your eyes around, and get up with the cane and come over to you and just be like, "How are you faring?"
Oh gee, how am I faring? I'm in a land that I don't know. Here for God knows what purpose. Want to get moving, but somehow I'm not moving. I don't see why I'm even here.
No, I can imagine it's okay to be angry. And this group has pushed us beyond our limits, I think. But
I need to go.
I'm glad that you haven't gone on your own.
I'm seriously
As
considering
tempting
it.
as that
I'm
is.
not going to lie. I mean, sorry. I'm usually much more pleasant than this. But you know, seeing people locked in cages and cults, it's not really what I signed up for, so.
Krulla sits down, crisscross applesauce across from you, and just, what did you expect?
Honestly, I expected to make someone uncomfortable, to get paid, and then to go home.
And your job, if I may ask? Or is that classified?
Told you, dear, I'm a singer-songwriter, all-rounder. And you are a professor, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Without a
I'm
job.
indeed. No, I'm between jobs. I technically still have my job, but I'm looking for a form of promotion, I suppose you could say. But this whole misadventure has sort of pushed me back a bit, so I think I'll be going back to Lorath as soon as we can. After I've made sure everyone's okay.
Yes, well, I hope you won't blame me that as soon as we get back to Lakeside, I'll be getting the first carriage out of here.
No, I don't blame you. Home is a good place to be. I miss it.
I wouldn't go
I'm
that
sure you do too.
I don't miss it, I just need to be there, you know? But it sounds like this group are also there, so, you know, not really sure what I'm going to be doing about that. Probably giving it over to people much more qualified, you know, like the authorities. Instead of a ragtag
Yes.
bunch of professors and singers and whatever on earth that goblin and hobgoblin do with their lives.
Yes, we seem to be a group of sort of misfits put together, but we've made it happen. I think that's a win.
So, Lorath then. How exciting. I've heard it's very beautiful.
It is. It is. I live in a little village outside the main capital, and yeah, we get on. What does
Why would you ever want to leave?
Well, there doesn't seem to be much there for me at the moment. I was sort of hoping that this new position would give me something special to look forward to, a new purpose. But yes, I don't think it's this.
Yeah, Maranthar is not really living up to anybody's expectations, and I can't say that I will be ever returning or want to return. In fact, I don't even know why people are so bothered about this continent. I mean, ugh. All they go on Imperium is like, oh, Maranthar, it's so amazing. Let's get back to the old days. And then I walk here, expecting to go to party. Cult. Great.
Yes, not quite the best circumstances, I'm sure. Not a very good first impression, but I'm sure there's more to it.
What do you think they should do with the mayor and his wayward son?
Oh, I'm in no position to get that sort of information. As you said, that's for the authorities. And they do good work. They do, the authorities. At least in Lorath they do.
Well, if you don't mind, I don't exactly feel like singing another song tonight, so I'll keep watching you, and could you just let everyone know that as soon as the sun comes up, we'll be moving?
Of course. Rest well, Celestine. Gets up and goes and sits at the campfire and sees out his last however long hour in silence.
We can't hear
There we go.
you.
I was not speaking. Apologies. Yes. No, there doesn't seem to be too much going on as you watch, and there is no sort of like raised alarm or anything like that while you have this conversation as well. So the time kind of crumbs. You kind of keep track of it, and Krulo, you think, okay, now it's time to go get the other two up and ready to watch. Celestine, you're obviously keeping at your tree, obviously keeping an eye, but for you now, you can rest and relax a little bit more. So, can we have Kazak and... there we go, Kazak and Ridian. It's your turn to start the evening. Would everyone please make me a perception check?
Let's see. It's a 13 to perceive.
What was that, Kazak?
17.
Okay. You guys are both kind of sat around the campfire almost. There's you watch the sort of like fire roar, and you kind of look around at people, and it's all kind of quiet for the meantime. Nothing really seems to be going on at this moment in time.
You know, it strikes me that we haven't actually spoken before.
Well, to be fair, there's not been much time for it.
No, that is true. I'm really excited to put this past me now.
Yeah, the circumstances have been rather bleak.
What brought you to Lakeside, if I may ask?
Nothing special. A job and a reward, you know. How about yourself?
Are you a mercenary?
Yes and no. Depends on the job.
Fair enough. As to what brought me there, well, I'm traveling. We'll say that.
Seen anywhere good?
Couple places. Belgard was quite nice.
That's nice.
I'm Muranfarian born and bred, so haven't really been anywhere else.
depends what you're interested in. Most places look different but act the same.
I can
Although
see
I
that.
did hear there's this statue I'm quite interested in seeing. I wonder if you know where it is. Supposedly of this blue rose lady slain a bunch of monsters in her time.
Blue Rose Lady. Well, that would be in the inner cities, probably. If I had to hazard a guess, around Erenlaw, the capital. That's where they do all the fancy stuff anyway. They don't really care for the outer cities much.
That's a shame. It's nicer views out here, especially the stars.
I think myself and my entire family would agree. It is a massive shame. We don't get much protection in the outer cities. The roses, they're not active in the outer cities, so it doesn't really surprise me that Lakeside went the way it did as quick as it did.
Yes, I must admit, the cult's new. Haven't seen any of those before.
I've heard things here and there, but mostly just rumors, like fables, fantasy hearsay, you know? I mean, obviously, I've heard about the story of Rakshar and all that, but it's 400 years ago now.
I haven't heard much. Do like dragon stories, though. They're some of the best.
Dragons? I can't say I've heard much about dragons.
They tend to be a specialty up north, near Orleans.
Are you from Orlan?
Once. Not so much anymore. You know. Been around the world, lose track of home, sort of thing.
I won't pry, don't worry. Indulge me then. We've nothing else to pass the next couple hours. Tell me your favourite dragon story.
That would be like picking a favourite sword. Depends on the moment or the enemy.
Then, one appropriate for right now. How are all feeling?
I don't know. I guess it would be the last dragon known to walk the lands. Mortar. But it's a sad story. And I don't know about you, but we've rescued people. And despite the fact that Her Majesty refused to sing, I'm feeling rather optimistic.
It's not often I feel optimistic, I'll tell you that much. Sad stories is what I'm more used to.
I think I'm more interested in Dapple, if you don't mind. Worthy to be picked up by its master. Surely that's an optimistic or a happy story.
It's certainly a story. Dapple's come from up far in Marantha. You'll have to forgive me, I'm not the best at talking about these sorts of things.
I'm equally as rubbish, don't worry.
Well, Dapple is the best thing that's happened to me in a long time. I don't know what I'd do without her at the minute. She's a shire. She was a farming horse once.
It's hard to lose a horse. I wouldn't recommend it.
I don't intend on it. I think I'd rather give my life before I see her fall.
It is. But she does look to be one of the best, and I know great horses.
Thank you, that she definitely is. I'll pass on the compliment.
Compliments mean nothing to a horse. It's an apple.
Good thing I have a few sugar cubes left. Give her an extra one from you. Oh, I'm tired now. Ugh, I think I'll go and rouse the others.
Go for it. Go for it. I might just sit and enjoy these stars a little bit longer.
Enjoy. It was nice talking to you, Kazak. You're an interesting man.
God, next you'll be telling me I'm brilliant too.
Depends how long we stay together, eh? Right. Let me get the other two. And I would like to go and wake Clayton and Rack, please.
That you do. Kazak, you guys say... Sorry. Kazak and Ridian, you guys say goodnight to each other. And Rack and Clayton, you are brought to the forefront. And you're sat by the campfire, waiting and just having a general watch for the evening. Could you both give me a perception roll, please?
Dean.
9.
Okay. Yeah. So you kind of watch as the darkest of night kind of goes over. You guys have slept. Oh, sorry, Rack has slept already. Clayton, you've just been kind of tossing and turning in your sheets until it was time for someone to get you up.
I'd say I've just been walking around the camp the whole night. I haven't really been talking to people. I just like thinking about what would I do on the other side of this situation where I'd be jumping on our camp right now. So I just been like keep walking around.
Okay. Well, when Ridian calls you over to come by the campfire and just to keep an eye on the whole camp, you see Rack also sat by the campfire. He was asleep for a little bit. He's had his long rest and now he is up and awake.
He's changed a few spells.
He's up and awake. And it's you'll kind of watch from as the moon goes from its fullest to the beginning of dawn, essentially.
Have we completed our long rest at this point, or are we still?
Yeah, everyone. Yeah, you would have completed your long rest at this point. We'll just say everyone who wanted to long rest will long rest, and then we'll let you guys do some uppy. So long rest, everyone, and then yeah, you guys are both sat by the campfire. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, these guys
So
certainly ruined it for us, didn't they?
I mean, yeah, it's going to be a struggle to move forward from this. Like, it took an entire fortune for me to renovate a broken down building. I don't think I'm going to be able to fix up ashes back to what it once was. I don't know what to do after this, Rack. I really don't.
I definitely want revenge. I definitely wanna stop these loonies.
Yeah. Idiots.
So
It wasn't so long ago that I used to be I used to be much more different than how you knew me now. Like, today, the past couple of days has brought back something that I left buried, because it's really easy to you saw me back there. I've barely been anything like that, but like, it's really easy for me to get violent like that. Like, I was ready to cut that man's hands off. I'm still ready after everything he's put us through, but acting like that cost me everything. Acting the fool for being angry like the way I am now made me lose not just everything I had, but everyone I had. And I can't keep repeating the same old mistakes. Not for fucking idiots like these ones.
I was thinking we could visit Wilfred again. I, you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with the way you've acted, really.
Yeah. I am awfully tempted, but
Come on, just a quick visit.
no, it's not our choice, Rack. Like,
We're not gonna do much.
Rack, you know what I'm gonna do to that tiny little puny arrogant cock. You know that, right? He's going to lose both his hands. I'm going to get carried away. And then where does that leave us?
I'll stop you if it's getting too dicey.
I mean, if we're in that situation, it's gonna get pretty dicey.
Woo! Yeah!
Yay! Name drop!
Yay!
Oh.
Pretty dicey. We need merch. That's the next thing.
You know what? Make a persuasion check for like me to help you interrogate this man. Let's call it 12.
Yeah, well.
As a 7. It's not happening, son. I would have set it higher as well. So.
Yeah. I mean, it's fairly low because I really do want to do it, but you know what? I was just like, no, there will be plenty of time to like interrogate him. We could just throw rocks at him and keep him and his dad up the whole time.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I sharpen the stick and keep poking Wilfred in the ass.
No, whoa. As we approach, I tell you to stop for a minute. I'm going to ritual cast silence on them.
Jesus. Okay. So you're just essentially
We're
berating
not after
them.
information.
Yeah, you're just berating them throughout the evening.
Yeah.
Berating them, yeah.
Berating, I can handle berating. I can't. I don't know if I can handle torture. So berating, you pick,
Wilfred
you
can.
poke, you do whatever you want. Not whatever you want. They're still in their cages.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You watch the two guys go by. Do you guys talk about anything else while you're there, or is it?
We're in a silence bubble.
I was gonna say you in the silence bubble.
I'm just poking him with like a long stick. I have just like poking him and just like. I think we take like a 10-minute break and we just go like. Oh, but I needed that. It's nothing like breaking his fingers, but it did help.
Yeah.
How are you doing? Like, this is the quietest I've seen you ever.
I've just been thinking a lot.
Oh yeah?
You know, I've lost another home now, and you know, I want to keep something.
Yeah, me too. This was... God. This is the third home I've lost now. Shit. God, that's depressing, isn't it? It's like... How'd you lose your first home, if you don't mind me asking?
It was. Just got on the wrong side of somebody.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it went for me the last time. Yeah. Rich fella.
Yeah, rich fella. Deep
Stories.
pockets.
Story is fucking all the time, mate. Story is
I
all the
went-
time.
I went a bit too deep.
Similar? Similar. Might be in a bit of a deeper boat than you, though.
Well, I think
I took more than money.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a reason that I don't want to be that person again. It's very addictive to get back into how I am when I'm talking to those, because I feel so angry talking to that dickhead. I really do, and that justifies it. But the person it makes me is not someone I want to be again. But
Well,
it's very easy to slip back into it.
that's what you've hired me for, isn't it? The dirty
Yeah.
work. So,
Alright.
don't you worry, Clayton.
You know, I'm starting to think that you just indulge in my worst impulses, mate.
I mean, it's in our nature, isn't it?
Oh.
I'm going to say the
We'll
sun.
make a home again. Yeah. Sorry.
My bad. I'm gonna say that you guys start. Well, you go back in after this is your 10-minute break over. You guys go back in and berate some more. Poke with a stick, throw a couple of rocks. You don't damage
I
or
throw
injure
mud
them.
in his face.
Yeah,
Like.
but it's a humiliating evening for him and his father, and quite a frustrating one because he got no sleep. He got zero sleep. So the long rest is now over, and everyone starts to get up. Celestine, you immediately notice that the evening, well, the sun is beginning to rise, and you kind of are immediately on the move.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, everyone else starts to rise as well.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Are we going? Come on.
One thing, I have to serve Wilfred breakfast, so it's like, morning, Wilfred. I hope you had a good night's rest. Listen, I feel bad. I won't let anyone go hungry. So here's what you and your dad deserve. And I dump a bucket of the used up fish heads that I found in the cavern, in his cage.
Yippee! Thank you.
Anytime, mate. Get that starch in you.
Mm-hmm. He grins and bears it through shattered teeth. Shattered teeth? Gritted teeth. That's the one. Shattered teeth.
Hard to eat those cheap. Those fish heads.
They start to nibble on fish heads. Does everyone kind of like load up camp and start getting on their way?
Oh, yeah.
I would like to check up on the lady that I helped yesterday.
Yeah, no. She actually comes over, and she goes, good morning. Hello.
Good morning. Are you well?
Much more well now. Thank you for yesterday. I really appreciate it all.
Nonsense. There's no need to thank me.
Well, how can I do anything to help? Well, you're bringing down the camp? Is there anything I can do?
Well, I don't need any help. Maybe some of the others might, but how's your leg doing?
Well, I can walk today, which is something I couldn't do yesterday, so I will take it. And, well, I won't run with it, but I'll happily just at least keep moving today.
Right, well, I'm happy to hear you're better.
Thank you. I didn't ever actually catch your name yesterday.
Radiant. And yours, my lady.
Ilara. It's a pleasure.
A beautiful name.
She blushes a tad. And she goes, thank you. Are we off then?
Well, yes. Are you riding in the carriage today?
I can continue to ride on... What was her name? Dapple, you said?
Yes, her name is Dapple, but I believe one of my companions would probably want to ride ahead with me. Well, maybe not with me, but ride ahead, certainly.
Well, that's alright with me. I'll hop in the carriage and take her space then. Is this a you two, you know...
Oh, no.
Was that
No,
a
nothing
quarrel?
like that.
Was that a lover's quarrel that I was part of yesterday?
No. We are, no, we barely know each other.
That makes a little more sense.
Yes, I find her quite, temperate, we'll say.
Yes. Well, thank you once again, Ridian. And I'll see you back at Lakeside.
Indeed.
Good luck.
A safe journey. And I'd like to go and seek out Celestine.
Can I stop Ridian on the way? If I see him.
You can!
You just see Clayton looking a little bit like, he kind of looks a little bit bashful or like ashamed in the way, but like he goes up to you and is like, "You get 3.
I get free what?
You get to hit me 3 times at any point you're choosing. That punch wasn't meant for you, and I regretted it since I landed on your face.
Well, in that
And
case,
you
I suppose...
stopped me from being the worst part of myself that I never wanted to come again. And I'm sorry that I lost it with you the other day."
He raises an eyebrow. He wants to think you're sincere, but that punch didn't feel very sincere, so he just sort of retorts with like a dry laugh. He's like, well, in that case, I suppose I should be grateful that you didn't break my nose then. You know what,
Well,
if you're...
that's mostly why you get 3. Because, like, I can't imagine what... Normally, just hitting someone with my bare fist hurts
Clayton,
enough, but you
Clayton,
got the full package there.
I don't care. I don't care for hitting you back. I would never want to hurt you in the first place. If you're sorry, prove it. Next time you've got a choice between throwing a punch or actually using your head. And he sort of like storms off in a bit of a huff at you.
Alright.
To Celestine.
Celestine, what are you up to?
I am waiting impatiently at the front of this convoy. I'm kind of like, I have my arms crossed. I'm sort of like tapping my foot. Like, I'm very tense and antsy, and I'm just kind of like annoyed that the sun is still continuing to rise, and there's people still being too slow to get moving.
Celestine. Good morning.
Are we going to go yet?
You mentioned that you'd ride ahead and take Dapple if you could.
Yes, I did. That was last night. And now it's daybreak, and now we've lost time.
Just come on then. I'll take you. We'll ride ahead.
I'm like, oh, Very well. I just like push past you to walk up to your horse. And I kind of look at it a bit like,
This thing is huge. It's a
yeah,
fire.
I'm like, hello, horsey. Now if I just, I'm like I don't ride horses, so I'm just like, you can just see Celestine just trying to sort of like lift herself up. I'm just like, why do you have to be so, like, who needs a horse this big?
Do you need some help?
No, I've got it. And I'm gonna try my best to get up on this horse.
Okay, I'll need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh no. Question DM. Because of all of that short resting and all of that sort of stuff and the whole
Yeah.
you know, level of exhaustion, do I have one of those?
Yeah, you would. So it's a disadvantage.
Okay. Okay, first one is a 14. Oh, 14.
A 14, you're like, you're so close to like fully being like stable and steady on Dapple, but you keep like slipping at the last bit and your leg isn't fully going over.
This is
Ridian just sort of stands by you and he like helps you up a little bit. Just
I'm like, I swat you away. I'm like, don't. Fine.
you're going to
fine.
slip.
I'm not going to.
Please just let me help you.
I'm fine.
You need to sit side on.
Side
Your
on.
dress, Celestine.
I suppose it is a little impractical. I like maneuver my other leg over. I'm like, this is. Why don't people just travel by carriage? This is unnecessary.
Quicker by horse. And then he gets up himself.
Hmm.
With relative ease because this is what he's used to.
Alright, everyone's a show off. Can we get moving?
Come and go. And he gets Dapple moving.
Yes. You all begin moving. The sort of like caravan begins moving. Celestine and Ridian, you guys are at the front. A bit awkward, I think. I have no clue how that interaction. Yeah, I would say a bit awkward. And the rest of you are kind of traveling along in this caravan the same way you were yesterday. Yes, it takes a couple of hours. It gets to about midday, but you all end, well, Celestine and Ridian, you see the town of Lakeside, not too far from the break of the forest line, and you begin to head in. Yes, what do you want to do there? Like, off the rip?
I'm gonna pick up some speed. Obviously to get Celestine off my back before she even says anything. And I'm gonna ride into the square and I'm sort of looking for the reef bearer specifically.
Yeah, no, you take a second, you go in. The town of Lakeside is a little bit different to how you left it. There was less, almost like, there's a lot less smoke, a lot less sort of like damage and dust. A lot of the townsfolk seem to have mobilized already, and they've gotten a decent number of restoration works begun. The smell was a lot nicer and a lot fresher compared to earlier when you left it. And you take a second, you ride along, you find a wreath bearer just walking along one of the like streets.
Is this the one that we've seen before?
No.
Fine. I'm just sort of gonna pull to a stop near this man. Excuse me.
Yes. How could I help you? Are you not the guy who left? And
Yes.
Yes. What can I help you with?
We have found the missing people.
Oh, great. Where are they?
They're on their way. I rode ahead to let you know.
Oh, okay. That's perfect. I need to get everyone ready to receive them. Are you going back to meet them, or are you staying here?
I kind of look backwards at Celestine.
I'll stay here. You can ride back and let them know that they're
Fine.
being welcomed, and I'll do something.
He gets off of his horse temporarily and he offers a hand to let you down, because down is even worse than up.
It is very high up. I begrudgingly take the hand to get me down, and then immediately with my feet touch the floor, let go.
You dismount quite effectively, and you see Ridian kind of like dart off back into the line, and you watch this wreath bearer run just away from you, and he goes to inform some of his superiors, and it takes like 10 minutes, but there is just a general sort of buzz that begins to elate, and a lot of them are a lot of the population of Lakeside begin to make their way towards the gates in order to greet and welcome these people. What would you like to get up to?
Can I, the superior looking ones,
Mm-hmm.
can I approach them?
Mm-hmm.
As they're making these preparations, I'd like to try and I approach and I'm kind of like, can I have a word in private, please?
You meet Caden again, who he goes, Celestine, pleasure to see you again. I heard everyone's coming back. Fantastic job, thank you. What did you need?
Oh, you're welcome, of course. So here's the thing. The mayor, bit more involved in all of this than perhaps we believe. Not so much the victim that you may have thought, and it seems his son, Wilfred, behind the whole thing. But I'm a big advocate for true justice and a fair trial. And I mean, once these people get back to town and they find out the truth, chaos will surely break loose. I think it would be wise to perhaps take the two of them to one side, lock them up, of course, but keep them secure. They've done some pretty terrible things.
He listens to the whole thing. He looks quite contemplative during it, and then he rests on his spirit and he goes, And you're certain of this, yes?
Oh, absolutely. Wilfred's admitted to the whole plan. And there's still more information that we need, so it would be wise to keep them alive for now. And go about this in the fairest, most just way possible. And I know that you wreath bearers are all about fairness and, the light, and you see where I'm going with this? We need to make sure that we're not prematurely,
Executing someone. I understand, Celestine. Yes. The people of Lakeside have a trial system. Depending on the severity of each case, punishments are handed out accordingly after listened to by the whole town. So we will take them apart, we'll lock them up, and we will probably hold a trial for them later on today. And, well, if you'd like to, you can present your case, your evidence. They'll present themselves. Anyone that wishes to speak.
I don't want to be so involved. I'm no lawyer, okay? I just I do have a few questions. I do want to find out a bit more information. They know more than what they've told us so far. So if you would just allow me to get my questions answered before that trial, and I'll be on my merry way.
Follow us when we bring them away. You'll be able to get your questions in then. Sound good?
Perfect.
No worries.
I kind of like move away and I start making myself look busy. Like I'm kind of just, oh yeah, people are coming back and, but I'm not actually doing very much. I'm just kind of like milling around waiting for the convoy to approach.
And approach it does. You kind of like get towards like the city gate, and this like large convoy through caravans, Ridian and Dapple and everyone kind of like comes on in. Everyone's kind of been entertaining the other people in the meantime. Rack and Clayton, you've been messing with Wilfred and Wilmester a little bit more. Krulo, I'm assuming you've been like tending to the children and all that kind of stuff. Kazakh, I'm assuming you're doing the same, just kind of like helping out where you can. Ridian, you get back, you see everyone's kind of doing that, you relay the news, you kind of start moving forward. You listen as this Alara girl tries to like bring up everyone's spirits, almost. She does so in quite a convincing manner. And as the convoy sort of like hits the city gates, there is a loud like burst of enjoyment, of excitement. People are so excited to see their family again. There are some family members that look around as everyone disembarks. They hug, they cuddle. It's a really like heartwarming sight. And then there's this like warmth kind of grows into a bit of a sadness as some people who saw family members' names and stuff on the missing lists, those family members aren't a part of this group, which leads to almost one conclusion. They get very sad, very upset. There's some crying. There are some people, it's a very sort of bittersweet moment as everyone is elated and sad at the same time for the people they've gained and for the people they've lost. And then there is almost a sort of like silence as Wilfred and Wilmester are almost like carted out of these carts, and everyone, the townsfolk, you all just watch silently as they are like carted away by the wreath bearers, and Celestine, you do follow. And that's where we're going to take a break. We'll be about 15-ish minutes. We'll come back at 7:45, and then we'll get on to part 2 of today's session. See you all in a minute.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Hello. Welcome back. We're back to part 2. It's 2 of our Dawn of the Third Age, Session 3, Trials and Tribulations, where we'll kick back up with Celestine again. Go on. Hi, Celestine. You followed in to where Wilfred and Wilmust are being held. You kind of walk through the city streets and arrive at almost like sectioned off space where the reef bearers are holding them. Caden is standing just like on watch near you to make sure nothing funny happens. But you kind of have the floor. Just before we get started, did anyone else see this? And did anyone else want to follow? Or did you guys want to... You guys are separate for now?
I feel like we've sort of been swarmed by people. Like, by the welcoming party, so I think she's managed to slip away quite successfully, actually.
Please. I want to be alone.
No, that's fine. So, Celestine, you are now alone once again with Wilfred and Wilmester. What would you like to do?
So they've just taken them to a side alley, or is there like an actual...
No, so they've it's like a
jail?
sectioned off part of like one of the broken houses. They've got like wreath bearers in like check here, but they're still in their cages. Like they haven't been let out of them. But the cages are just in a room with you and then Caden's keeping watch.
Is Caden like... Is he outside?
He's like on the outside of the door. So yeah, he's not watching you specifically, but he's like just kind of around in case something goes wrong.
Okay. I am going to take out my dagger, and for now I'm just going to kind of hold it and just kind of like basically just sort of like make it very clear that I'm kind of, you know, toying with an idea. And I look between the pair of them, but I'm going to address the mayor first. You mentioned a contact. I'm going to need a bit more to go off if I'm going to, you know, keep you alive.
Well, you know, I can't give up all of my secrets, young lady. Otherwise, you know, I'm going to be in very, very serious trouble, more than any you could give me here.
Oh, you're already in serious trouble. Look around you. I've done you this favour by not allowing the townsfolk to tear you limb from limb as soon as we arrived. The wreath bearers know everything. They know your whole scheme. They know your son. They think you're involved. Perhaps if you listen to some of my advice, you know, maybe you get out of this unscathed. But I need a name. I need to know where I can get this gold.
Make me an intimidation check, please.
Oh no.
You are looking to be, I will say, a 12.
I'll roll my disadvantage. Oh god, it's gonna be bad. Oh no. That's a nat 1.
Ooh. Okay. He goes, well, I don't... Why would I give it to you? You're just going to go there, collect in my name, and then you're going to, spread my information anyway? What sort of assurances do I have that you won't, you know, ruin me?
You'll just have to take my word for it, I'm afraid. But if you insist, I'm going to pull out the letter from Ellerin, and I'm just going to start reading it. Well, it appears that the last letter I sent to you...
No. You hear Wilfred go, Father, what was that? Nothing, son, nothing. Just a bit of private business that our friend here seems intent on giving out.
I don't want to do this. Do you not understand this whole situation? All I want is for you to give me a name for someone I can collect the payment from to please the person that would reveal this.
You're pushing me here. You really are pushing me.
Thank you.
He takes a second to think about it, and he goes, "And you're certain you're not going to be upfront with anyone about this?"
Not my business, darling.
If it wasn't your business, you wouldn't be here.
What you do or don't do isn't my business. It's my employer's business. I'm just here to do a favor. I couldn't care less about Miss Ellerin. I wink at him.
Who's Miss Ellerin, father? Nothing, son. You don't have to worry.
Nothing like family secrets to bring people together. A name.
All right. Lord Percival Toriel.
Okay. We're writing that down. That wasn't so bad. Now, word to the wise. When you go to trial this afternoon, feign ignorance. You knew nothing about your son's plans. You were a victim, just like everybody else, captured, taken. Your son's the one behind all this. Let him take the fall.
The Fall. Do you suspect that they'll kill him?
I think if Wilfred here is honest and explains that he was misguided, he didn't really understand what the Black Crown were up to. He thought that they were, something new, something hip. He was young and foolish and decided to become involved. Maybe he was just angry at you for never giving him any attention, for keeping secrets from him. And it got bigger than it needed to. Maybe they'll chuck him in prison, but at least he won't be dead.
I would say make me a persuasion check with advantage, but because you're exhausted, I just need a straight persuasion check for me, please.
Oh, please. Oh, what is with these fours today?
Well, that
+7.
does give
Wow.
you 11 at least. Yes, I think you're right. Weren't you, son? You were misguided. Yes, father. I was. Terribly, terribly misguided. I've never been more misguided about anything in my entire life. Yes, I think that'll do. He looks at you, Celestine. So, have you got what you came for? Is that it? Are you going to leave now?
Well, we'll see. See how this trial goes. Take it from there. But I was never here. Do we understand each other?
He, Wilmester, the mayor, he nods. And Wilfred just goes, yes.
I take it you're not going to give me any more information, Wilfred, dear.
I have none else to give, darling.
Well, you're welcome. And I walk out to the Reef Barricade and I just say, I think perhaps I was a bit mistaken. They don't really know anything. In fact, the mayor just seems like another victim. He had no idea what Wilfred was up to.
Alright.
Oh well.
I will take that into account. But, if you're done with your questioning, then you're more than welcome to head back. Unless you have anything else, any other information you'd like to divulge.
No. Hang on a minute. Let me consult the book, because
Consult?
wasn't there another lord that was missing? That Lord Reginald. Did we find anything out about him? I don't think we did we?
He was not seen at all. When you went to go pick him up, Krulo, I don't know if he's recognized us yet, just because from the excitement and from the sort of trouble of getting these people home. But Reginald Huxley is not a part of this group that you just brought back.
But I did know that he was missing and the mayor was missing as the two prominent figures. I'm sure that they told us that. I don't know what this person looks like, so I can't actually be sure about that. So I'm going to leave it for now. I just say, I'll head back to the town square, but I strongly suggest you keep a watch on these two. We don't want any of the townsfolk getting to them before the trial.
Yes. No. Most in Marantha, or at least in Lakeside, from what I gathered, are more stuck on a community sense of justice. They wouldn't take the individual route to get to it.
Well, thank you anyway. I am sorry about everything, and I am glad that we could bring some of your people back.
He gives you a smile, and he looks at you and he goes, thank you. You have done a truly invaluable service to this community and to myself.
I will venture back towards the town.
Yes, thank you. And you venture on back towards town. You do all that. The rest of you, what are you kind of up to during this sort of time?
I think
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah.
Go ahead,
I think.
go ahead.
I think. Sorry. I think Krulo's he's double checking the list to see whether Lord Huxley was actually on the list or whether he was taken, or he's just trying to find some answers because he's obviously not found him, and he's just worried now.
Okay. You go to consult one of the lists, and you're met with this sort of guard, this wreath bearer, and he goes, what's the name you're looking for?
What was his first name?
Reginald Huxley.
Reginald. Lord Reginald Huxley.
Ah.
Supposedly he was taken, but...
Well... He kind of looks around. No one's ID'd for Reginald at this point. There's no body that's been found of him, and you see he's still missing. He didn't come back with the others.
No, doesn't seem that way.
All right. Do you want to follow me? And he starts taking you along to the sort of he starts taking you all the way around the city. You go through various points, and he asks some of his wreath bearer friends, have you seen this guy? Have you seen this guy? They all come up with a big no. And then sort of about 10 minutes or 5-10 minutes after Celestine leaves, you reach the kind of encampment where they're holding Wilfred and Wilmester, and he asks Caden, and Caden goes, no, I can't say I have. Is there any particular reason why you're looking for him?
Well, we were meant to be meeting, but I wanted to divulge some information, but if he's not here, then...
Caden kind of goes, well, while you're here, you might as well ask Lord Wilmester in there. Perhaps he knows.
I don't think he'd want to talk to me. I'm not exactly the intimidating type.
Oh, I can go in and help you ask.
Would you? I'd be so gracious, yes.
Just say the word. Come on. And he takes you in to the room. And Lord Wilmester goes, more visitors? He goes, yes. Now, Krulo.
I'm looking for a Reginald Huxley. Lord Reginald Huxley. He's not among the dead, but he's not among the living.
You see Lord Wilmester go, he kind of chuckles a little. He's like, among the dead? Why would he be among the dead? What?
Well, he wasn't with the other...
He left town a week ago.
What?
He left town a week ago. He went off to Erranlaw. Or on some sort of, I don't know, important summons from the High Magister's office.
Oh. I was meant to be meeting with him. I guess if something else is more important, then...
I guess you weren't important enough, mate.
No, it seems that way. Okay. Thank you.
Right. And you both kind of just leave on out. And Kaden goes, well, he was a bit of a dick about it, but at least you know where he is now. Maybe.
Yes. I'm not quite sure what to do with myself now. To be quite frank, I guess I could help out here a little bit more. Are you in need of another healer of sorts?
No, we've covered it all. Thank you. We got some reinforcements from the next town over, and we started building. We've started rebuilding a lot of the houses and the markets that were damaged. Our hopeful projection is that we get them up, the markets back up within 2 weeks. Maybe the houses up within a couple months.
I see. It's good. It's good. I'll return to my group then, and thank you for your help.
Of course, Krulo. Thank you once again for doing everything.
He wanders back to the group.
Everyone else, you guys got a plan for this time, sort of in between?
I'm gonna head back and meet up with Ether and the rest of my gang and see how they're doing. I'd tell Rack what I'm doing as well if you would like to come.
I guess so, yeah.
Okay. You and Rack begin to make your way back to the bar, and you run into Aoife, and she goes, "Oh, boss. Hello.
Hi. You alright?
Yeah, I'm good. You alright? You're not hurt, are you?"
No. It's been rough. Got the prisoners back.
She smiles and she goes, "Good job. Really good job."
Yeah, they're safe. You all right? I look a little bit troubled, but if
What's
Ethan's
up?
reading my face, but yeah. I went back to how I was before, Aoife. I've fallen back to how I used to be.
She gives you quite a sympathetic look. And she goes, "Oh, surely it wasn't that bad, boss. I mean..." Oh, okay. Well, look. You're back now. We started working on the tavern. It's going to take us a couple months, but we'll get it back up. Look, I mean, we managed to save some things from the rubble. Let me show you. And she pulls out some assorted personal items. If Celestine was there, she would recognize a couple of her dresses had survived. A trunk or two had survived one of the fires. Rydian, I don't think, brought anything in with him so it was all just kind of on Dapple at the time. Krulo's like some of his clothes survived, but not a whole lot of them. They all kind of came in wood, and that was. And once again, Kazakh didn't really have anything on him that he didn't like take everywhere he went. You see some like personal assorted stuff, and the basement remains relatively untouched. So a lot of the sort of like fine spirits and stuff you had down there are still kicking about, all good to go. But yeah, she goes, so you know, with a couple days, you know, we can start getting everything built. We can get it all kind of set up. We can even do like a temporary shop if you wanted, boss. You know, maybe
Really?
just ease you on down a little bit.
That's actually the best news I've gotten all day. God, to be honest, I've walked through that door there, and I thought like this was it. I thought this was where we'd have to separate ways again. I thought we would never recover from all this shit.
Listen, boss, you can go back to how you were, and you can do all of this, but you know, in your heart, Clayton, you are you, and I mean you are this you. And she kind of like points to all around with the whole tavern. And you know, even if, you know, personally, even if you run into more of those bastards and kill them, you'll still be this you. Yeah?
Yeah.
This is where your heart's at. And not to say that if you ever left and you wanted to do something else, you know, you'd be leaving all of us. You know, we'd still be with you, just more in spirit or in stone. Sendings, more like. Hi, Rack, by the way. She kind of like peeks over. You doing all right?
Yeah. Had a bit of fun.
Okay, so something's up with Rack. We'll talk to him later. But
Yeah. We found the two responsible for everything that happened, and
oh shit.
yeah, wasn't gonna lie, got incredibly, probably the most violent I've ever got in my whole life. Like, remember that one night before we all separated, that one time?
Oh,
It was close to being that.
we all remember how that turned out. I mean,
Yeah.
Did they survive? Are they here?
Miraculously, they are still alive. And miraculously still, I didn't do the old routines that I would have done if they were under my care.
See, so you're not fully back to how you were.
Yeah.
See?
I had some people in that group that brought me back a little bit.
They seem like a good group for you. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm just gonna keep at it. Where's the rest of your group? Where are they off to?
I think they got some business in town right now. I'm looking at. I don't know if I still get like suspicious vibes from Celestine. Like, could I make an insight check right now to see like if I've been suspicious of her for a little bit? Because I feel like she's been acting odd.
Celestine, never. She's never acted odd in front of you guys. No, I'm fine with an inside check.
Alright, I make it with disadvantage.
Aaron, just a very odd question. Did your light change in your room just now?
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. It was
Okay,
like it
just
was white,
asking.
and then it kind of just turned into orange. I don't know what's.
Okay,
The lighting
just
hasn't changed.
just asking, because I didn't know if I was going insane or if that was just something that just happened. Cool.
I think it's something to do with the computer, man. I don't know.
Did you roll insight?
Sorry, I think it's with disadvantage.
It's not me chastising you on stream, by the way, for anyone.
It's alright.
Watching.
That was a 12.
I was a 12.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. With a 12, I think you would have. It was, I guess, not so suspicious that she wanted to leave early. It was the urgency of which she wanted to go back to the Imperium, I guess. There's something that's been, like, kind of kicking in your mind, but everything else has taken precedent first. Yeah?
I'd look through her possessions to see if there's any notes there.
Okay, I will allow that. There is... So you look through her possessions, and there is nothing. Like, nothing of note. Dresses, you know, some very burnt and smoke-damaged instruments. I think maybe even, like, her travel documentation or something like that. You know, like, something to prove that she's just a citizen of the Imperium. But other
Does it
than
have
that...
a name on it?
It would say Celestine Whitesong.
Okay.
But there's no, like, indication that there's no indication of something nefarious. There's no, like, daggers, bombs, random etheric runes that would just kind of explode one touch kind of thing.
Yeah.
Currently, you just look through it and you see, wow, that's a lot of dresses.
It's just like Clayton's got in his head that, like, here's this famous musician from the Imperium, and right now she's interrogating two of the people that, like, well, one of them, like, encouraged, and the other one like was actually a cult leader and, like, ruined the town, and right now she's interrogating both of them. So, like, there's something going on, but you can't find it here.
Do they know that I'm interrogating them though?
You wouldn't know that she's interrogating them right now. You knew that she, like, was out with them earlier, like, at the day before when you brought them outside.
And
but
I helped her interrogate too.
You did help her interrogate then as well, but you have no idea where she's at right now. You think she's... I mean, you didn't see her when you came in, so you kind of just assumed, oh, she's off doing something random, because you didn't see that she was kind of in the same direction that Wilmester and Wilfred were in. So you wouldn't know that she's interrogating.
Yeah, fair enough.
Or had interrogated.
I think
so
after
innocent.
that, yeah, I think after that, like, yeah, I guess I just, like, set up shop a little bit just for today, and, like, give out drinks there anyone that passes by.
Okay. You set up shop. You start giving out drinks. We'll come back to you in a second. But Kazakh, is there anything else you wanted to do? Like when you got into town, anything like that? No?
No, I think at this point he's just waiting for all this to wrap up, see how it goes, and then in his mind, onwards, really.
Okay. You
might stay to see the mayor hanged.
everyone's kind of like the buzz of everything kind of dies down for a little bit, and for like an hour, people are off doing their own things. Some of you reconvene, some of you just pass each other in the streets and then keep on moving. Obviously, you'll have something to sort of attend to, whether it be people or business or anything like that. And then you get there's like a loud bell that begins to ring towards this town square, like the center of it. And people kind of run over and they're like, oh, it's happening. And as you all kind of like all make your way there and to sort of investigate the noise, see what's happening, you see Wilfred and Wilmester stood atop almost like a perched up kind of thing. You see Caden and the other wreath bearers kind of surrounding him, making sure they're all like chained up, all ready to go. And then you see a large sort of like contraption. It's sort of like a makeshift hanging device, fit for two. Now, you hear Caden go, ladies and gentlemen of Lakeside, it is my grim duty to inform you that the trial of Wilmester and Wilfred Obenthar has now begun. we will hear from them both first, the accused. We'll hear what they have to say for themselves, as well as any evidence that would lead to the contrary. After that, it will be a almost it'll be a very quick moment for everyone else to speak. Once you have all spoken, you can we'll all render the verdict and see how they fare. To begin with, these two, and they're kind of like shoved forward, and there is this sort of like general kind of like, to you all it feels quite rehearsed of, I had nothing to do with this, it was all him and he was misguided and all this blah blah blah.
Should I cast Stone of Truth?
Okay, but people would see you casting Zone of Truth, you know that, right?
That's okay.
Okay.
I think it should be standard, actually, in this sort of
Yeah.
scenario.
Yeah, that's fair. But yes, you can cast Zone of Truth.
They have to make a Charisma 14 save.
Charisma 14 save, yes. Okay. The rolls. The mic's gonna pick it up. Okay. Yeah, no, that's fine.
I know the result.
You know the results. Okay.
I know the result.
You know Lord Wilmester passes. He is not affected by your Zone of Truth. Wilfred.
Okay. Okay.
Wilfred does not pass that check.
I'm
So,
happy with that. He also knows.
yeah, he goes. He starts his spiel about like, I was so misguided, boom, Zone of Truth, and he goes, and I just, and he's trying to find like a workaround in his mind that doesn't make him sound like horrific, and he is just stuttering and stammering and stuttering and stammering, and it takes like 5 minutes of this before Caden goes, alright, that's enough. Now, any on the contrary, would anyone please like to object? Yes, Clayton.
What's that symbol on his neck?
Oh, this one. This is a cold.
Looks awful familiar to all those cultists that you came in here with the tattoos on their hands and everything.
Well, yeah.
And he's got it right on his neck.
Yes, well, it's there on my neck, but that's simply because
Birthmark, is it?
No, that's not a birthmark. It's a
How'd you
cold
get it?
brand. I had some time there with the order, and once the order was
Taking a lot of time there, son.
well, could you roll me a persuasion check, Clayton?
DM.
Yes,
DM.
Celestine.
Can I cast message to the mayor?
Okay.
I'm gonna try and in the crowd, because it is a somatic spell. I need to whisper.
There
it and-
I would say there's a lot of sort of like jeering and kind of like stuff like that going on, so you would be able to hide it.
That's
I would
2 nat 20s.
ask you to make me a stealth check.
I'm definitely doing it now after his rolls.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm a stealth check.
That was with disadvantage, by the way.
I know.
Madness.
The odds of that happening, that's never been a
It's 1 in 4.
staggering.
That is slightly
Holy
insane.
shit.
Okay, stealth. God. Oh, it's so bad. I have to roll.
Oh
a
my
different
God, my
number
heart.
as well. 8.
Okay. So you're like whispering this, but you're getting some looks from the people beside you, more because everyone's jeering and you're quite like quietly like, So.
I'll try and keep it brief, but I'm gonna message
Mm-hmm.
looking at the mayor, and I'm just gonna say, let him dig his grave.
Ooh, roll me a persuasion check, please. I will say with advantage. It could just be a straight roll.
23.
Nice.
Please.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not dating my little. Okay. Well. You hear him stutter for longer. And he starts to say a bit too much. He says, and it only happened after a certain event took place in which I was tasked with the removal of an arm of sorts, and you hear Devon scream from the crowd, "That's my arm! That's my arm!"
That's his fucking arm!
And the crowd sort of goes into an uproar about it. And there is a general sentiment of hang. And Caden just taps his spear twice to kind of hush the crowd, and he goes, "The people have spoken. Wilfred will hang. Now, on to Lord Wilmester." And he goes, "I was ignorant of it all. I wanted to give my son a place to stay in the caverns with whom I thought were friends. I apologize to all those who have been hurt. I am truly sorry." And you see he starts to almost kind of like weep a little bit at that sort of announcement, but that's his sort of defense for right now. Does anyone else have anything they want to bring up?
Does anyone else?
Anyone speaking?
Can I give my help action to Devon?
Okay. What are you trying to help him with?
Because, like, he's told me that he reported to the mayor. So, he, like, this years ago, as soon as his hand came off. I kind of want to, like, set him up as, like, a key witness. And, like,
Okay,
tell
you
his story.
you bring that up to Devon. Like, he's kind of, like, beside you now, and you go, Didn't you know, you talk to him, and he goes, "Yes."
Yeah.
And he shouts, "I brought this up to him years ago, and he said nothing." And the mayor begins to say, yes, you're right, I did nothing, and I am sorry. Devon, I should not have let him stay there in the cave with these foul people, and I let him go astray on my own account, and I apologize. I am truly, sincerely sorry, and I will do anything to help Lakeside grow back into the town it once was.
I'll pipe up in the mayor's defense and kind of say, I mean, when we arrived, the mayor was also a prisoner, caged up. You really think that this is what he wanted, to become a prisoner? He seems to me to be a victim of his son's cruelty.
Roll me a persuasion check, please. And I will give you advantage once more, simply because Lord Wilmester also passed his persuasion check.
22.
Alright. He finishes his speech. You say this, Celestine, and there's a general sort of like the hang things die down, and then someone shouts, "Lock him away! Lock him away!" And there's a sort of prevailing sentiment that begins to build towards that. Now, does anyone want to say anything else before? Does anyone want to say anything else towards this?
Are they saying they want to lock both of them up, or just Wilfred? Just Wilfred.
Just Wilmester.
Just Wilmester.
Wilfred is going to hang.
Wilfred's deado.
Wilfred will hang at the end of this trial.
I might make one more suggestion then. I might make one more.
Mm-hmm.
I agree that the mayor should be punished for not listening to his people, for, turning a blind eye to the actions of his son, whether he knew the full extent of what was going on or not. But you have just heard from him now say that he is willing to help rebuild, so why not put him to that task? Why not make him work? Prison, he would just be sitting and thinking, but, let him rebuild the town that he was meant to protect with his own two hands. And that's my last thing I'm going to say in his defense.
I absolutely go against this on this one. Upon hearing that, I was just like,
okay.
I just go, he enabled his mistakes. He could have solved this years ago, but he allowed this to happen.
I'm not saying he shouldn't be punished, but surely he should be put to work. He should be made useful.
We should not put him in a position of power once again, not after he failed us so.
I'd like both of you to roll me a persuasion check, please. They're obviously both with disadvantage.
Oh no. Okay.
Persuasion check, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Does somebody want enhanced ability?
So the lowest I got was 15.
I got an 8, but if you'd allow me, I do have a class feature called Tactical Mind, where when I fail an ability check, I can expend my second wind to roll a d8 on top of it.
I wouldn't say this is a fail. This is more of a contested persuasion check.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say no for now. It was a good idea, but for next time, I think we're going to say that Celestine's voice rings out a little bit more, with a little bit more clarity. It's more filled with logic instead of an emotional sort of resilience. And the people of Lakeside hear this, and there's some murmurs, and there's a lot of general confusion about what should be done, until Caden says, "All right," he taps twice. "We've had enough. Wilfred, you will hang. Wilmester, you will be reinstated at this moment. Should you bring any further damage to the town of Lakeside, you will also hang. Have we made ourselves clear?" You see Wilfred's face kind of drop, and sort of the other penny drops, and he goes, "Wait, what do you mean? No, I was going to be safe. I was..." And he starts kicking about and thrashing and trying to escape, and the Wreath Bearers just pounce on him. And he utters so many lines of, I will haunt you all, I will kill you all deserve so much worse than what we gave you.
Now, Zone of Truth is still up.
Yeah.
So, he can't be spouting all.
And then he he is placed in the noose, and he looks at his father, and he goes, "Father," and Lord Wilmester turns away as the floor drops. It opens beneath him, and there lies a very dead Wilfred Obenthar. The cleanup is quick. Everyone is sort of... The body is removed as quick as possible. People begin to disperse. Ridian, you feel a tap on your shoulder. And you turn around and you see it is Ilara. She goes, "What did you think of that?"
It's fucked up. That's what I think. I don't like these things.
No, nor do I. But he deserved it.
Shall we get out of here?
Yes. Let's go, before they set up for this evening. And you'll kind of begin to move, and it's quite morbidly in the place of where the like platform was to hang people. They take it down quite quickly, and they begin to construct almost sort of like a celebration platform. The townspeople unfortunately had planned their celebration for the return of all these missing people for this evening, using the pieces and like general budget that was given to the mayor's wife's birthday, which was supposed to take place on the day of the attack. So now that all of this is over, a general celebration is being set up for the evening, and you'll kind of watch it unfold. Ridian, you walk over to the side with Alara, and she goes, "So, what's your plan now?"
Well, to be honest with you, my plan was ruined the day after I got here. I guess the easiest call of action would be to head to the Amber City in the direction of Aranor. I need to get to Paradiso.
What do you need to get to Paradiso for? It's quite a removed place from here, no?
Quite. To be honest, I was hoping to catch the ferry, but the ferryman didn't make it. So, the long way it is. I've business with the reef bearers of Paradiso specifically. Nothing that these lot can help me with. No information that they're privy to anyway.
What is it, if you don't mind me asking?
It's personal, my lady.
Alright. Well, are you sticking around for the evening?
I suppose so. It's getting dark now. I'm not really one for celebrations after the hangings, though.
Nor am I. Unfortunately, I find it a bit morbid. I have a favour to ask of you, actually, if you wouldn't mind hearing me out.
But of course, ask away.
I am not from Lakeside. I think, like yourself, came from a different part of the continent, and I need to get home.
Where is home?
Home? It's just north.
North being...
Give me 1 second, I forgot the name.
Good.
I'm unprofessional, I apologise. Wreathhead.
Wreathhead, near the coast.
Mm-hmm.
Seagull, are you?
Yes, well, my father is the magister there. So...
Oh, Forgive my tone, my lady. He sort of does a bow to her.
No, it's fine. I'm essentially my father's messenger, which is why I'm here and had to deal with. And she looks over to Lord Winmaster, him. But yes, I need sort of as much protection as I can get. If you would be so kind as to escort me to Belgard, and then we can separate there.
I wouldn't suggest going home, my lady. Not the usual way.
No? Why not?
Lakeside, I don't think Lakeside is a one-off.
Oh. Alright. Well, perhaps...
On my way here, let me provide some clarity. I came across a village that was ravaged quite like this one. I wouldn't feel comfortable allowing you to travel through that. Perhaps, when I am on my way to Everlaw, it is safe that way. You could get a message to your father from the capital.
That sounds like a good idea. Yes. And, perhaps I will join your friends for a bit. I'm also not too, I'm quite decent in a dust up.
I can imagine. Friends is a very strong word, though. I think, the only friend I've got there is Krulo, but I don't really know what they're doing next.
Oh, well, perhaps if we gather them all, we could ask? Or I could ask? It's my favor to ask anyway.
Yes, sure. I have no objection to accompanying you, of course. I just don't know who else will be coming with us.
Alright, well, I'll see you a bit later, and I'll hopefully have asked others at that point.
Yes, well, enjoy the festivities, my lady.
I will try my best to, but, there is sort of a hanging vibe in the air, if
Yes.
you understand what I mean.
I know all too well the unpleasantries of such things, so if you need a quiet moment, I'll be around.
That sounds delightful. And she will hop off away. Everyone else, what is the sort of general idea for where you all are right now?
Go on, you first.
For fuck's sakes!
You first.
Drinks on me! Just free drinks for like 10 minutes.
Alright, you hand out drinks, free drinks for 10 minutes, after which the next customer to come along is like a 16-year-old like fella, and he goes, "Oh, drinks for free?
Oh, sorry, it's been 11 minutes, son.
Oh, damn it!" And he walks
Sorry,
away.
Andy! Andy, I'm sorry.
And he walks away quite upset. Raki helping in this endeavor, this business endeavor.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay. Kazak, what are you up to?
He is looking sort of around town, or sort of the nearest sign. He's ready to move on. He's got people to see, a grandmaster to hunt down.
Krulo, what are you up to?
I had a quick question. Where did the Lord say, or where did he say that he went? Lord
Erenlaw.
Huxley?
Huxley
Erenlaw,
was summoned to
okay.
the capital on the Lord Magister's orders.
Okay. I think after seeing that, Krillo's just sat on one of the benches in the square and is fiddling with a sending stone. And he keeps looking like he's gonna bring it to his mouth to talk into it, and then he keeps on just putting it back down, and he's deep in thought. He doesn't really know what to do at this point.
You hear from behind you a sort of like, I always say, letting someone know where you are.
Well, something like that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And you kind of look around and you see it's Alara. And she sits down next to you and she goes, "You okay?"
I've never witnessed something like that. It seems quite barbaric.
She nods quite solemnly and she goes, "Yeah, I think the method is a bit outdated, but the punishment, I think, fits the crime."
I don't think anyone deserves death, no matter how bad the deed. If they can serve time, then let that be the way. But to take a life, that's not something anyone should be given the power to do.
She actually looks quite contemplative at that sentiment, and she sits there for a second. She goes, "Have you ever taken a life?"
No, I haven't. I have seen lives taken, but I've never.
I would avoid it as much as you can, I think.
Yes, I mean, I suppose you could say I accidentally caused something of a kerfuffle, but it wasn't through me. But you know, this misadventure has. I don't think I'm cut out for this.
Well, I do ask you, actually, if you would go and meet with Rydian a bit later into the festivities. I have a favour to ask of you all, and perhaps everyone can be there for it.
Of course, I wasn't going to leave without saying goodbye. Anyways.
Oh, good. Enjoy yourself for a little bit, and try to remove your mind from it.
Thank you.
Yeah, and she's gonna get up and start pottering off. The celebration kind of begins in full swing. There's a lot of like, there's music. There's sort of like, more merriment than there has been around the town for the past couple days. So these people are dancing. Some of the market stalls are up and kicking about. Clayton, you're tending to yours. Clayton and Rack, Ilara's come around and just asked you guys to come and meet by Rydian a bit later on. Celestine, what are you up to? Let's ask that first.
Trying to find a quiet spot to write something down. I'm currently sort of like as far away from the crowd as I can be, maybe on a bench somewhere, and you just see Celestine, she's just writing. something down in a book.
You hear a voice, and this person, they say, let's turn this down a little bit. They say, writing something important.
I shut the book immediately. Oh, no, nothing important. Perhaps the greatest song I'll ever write, I'm sure. Just not feeling in the party mood.
And they take a seat next to you. You don't see this person's face. They've got a cloak on. They're kind of dressed in sort of all dark colors. They're intending to be sort of like blend in as much as possible. And one of them says, this guy says, well, may the mother bless you. How are you, Celestine?
Here to spy on me, are you? Check I'm doing a good job.
Well, no. That's been completed already, actually. What we'd like for you to do now is to follow this lead. He's not looking at you, by the way. He's like face head on at the party.
Yeah, Celestine's doing the exact same. Is just kind of, she's got like her book on her lap, is just kind of like looking out as though she's trying to take it all in. Follow a lead. There is no more lead. This bird of prey has turned out to be a predator, and I think it's more trouble than it's worth.
Well, more trouble it is, but than it's worth, Celestine. You have no idea how much it's worth. Celestine, you're going to follow these people. You'll be asked in a moment to make a ride along, I think, with the rest of your pals. And the prevailing sentiment is you're going to go to Erinlaw. You will follow up on this for us. We appreciate, well, G appreciates the work that you've done already. Money has been already sent to your room. However, we can't have you engage in any more incidents like this. We appreciate that this was something out of your control, but there is there's a darker force on the rise, Celestine.
Exactly, which is why I need to be back in the Imperium.
No, the Imperium is handled, Celestine. What isn't handled is what's going on here.
I take it I can't exactly refuse.
Well, let's say your good friend over at that horrid little mail office. Well, let's say he wouldn't be mailing too many more things, should you refuse.
Fine. But tell G I expect adequate compensation.
Compensation will have already been paid to your room by the time you get home, Celestine. And, Celestine, when conducting our business, please try and remember the pin. And he, like, taps his, sort of, like, chest here. And you can see there's, like, a sort of, like, brooch pin.
Yes, all right, the bloody pin.
Perfect. Well, if there's no more to say, Celestine, have a wonderful evening. Perhaps sing a little song. I'll be here around. And he starts to fade off into this crowd, and you blink almost for 1 second. It just someone passes by and he's gone.
I open the book, rip out the piece of paper, and start tearing it to shreds. And throw it behind me and walk off.
Brilliant. You bump into Celestine as she's walking off. You kind of like, Celestine, you've gone off in a huff, and Ridian, you just almost like bonk into the metal armor.
Oh my god, are you okay? Oh, Celestine. Hello.
Hello. Let's not do all this small talk rubbish. I'm not in the mood.
Right. I'm sorry, I think.
Well, what's... this is really difficult because I really don't like you. What's next
Ouch.
for you then, after all of this?
Well, I don't share that sentiment, but, what's next is that I'm going to the other side of the country.
Oh, how thrilling. What for?
So that I can get to Paradiso the long way.
Paradiso? What on earth would you want to do over there?
I have some business to attend to.
You're not one of those holy knights, you know.
Far from it.
Good. Can't stand all of that Denaria rubbish.
Neither can I, for what it's worth.
Well, I suppose if there's a party to be had, I should buy myself refreshment. And yes, enjoy and all of that. And I try and like get away from Gideon.
Forgive me for asking. He sort of steps in your way a little. You seem more annoyed than usual. Did something happen? Not that. I guess you wouldn't really want to talk to me about it, but if someone bothered you, do tell me.
I mean, the only person bothering me now is you. But
Right. Noted. I'll leave you to it then. Enjoy the festivities, Celestine. And he walks off.
I go find a drink. Is there a free bar still open?
Yeah. Clayton, is the free bar still open?
To Celestine, no.
Damn. Any other bars in town?
I
Will you
think-
take my coin.
I think Aoife just goes up to you, and like Clayton had a word. Fucking no way. Ever since she got here, curse. Absolutely no drinks from her. We owe her nothing.
I look for the nearest like drunk male and sort of like brush up beside him and kind of like giggle. I'm like, what a lovely time. Oh, I just love Lakeside, and oh, all these people, just so wonderful. And oh, that smells amazing. What are you drinking? And I
Don't
try
do
and
it,
give
Andy!
It's a
drink.
little.
Don't!
It's a little beer. Do you want some?
Oh, thank you so much. And I take it and I drink all of his drink.
Oh, my drink. Oh, okay.
Thank you so much. You know, I'm just so parched from, saving all of these people, and thank you.
Oh,
It's so
you're one of the
kind of you.
saviors. Right, thank you.
I
Right.
bow and I start moving away as though that person doesn't exist anymore. and
Right,
start-
say one of the saviors. I swear one of the saviors. Yeah, and then he kind of like continues to move on. So, Kazakh, I believe that leaves you. Are you doing anything during the merriment of the festivities, or are you just sitting at the back in the corner?
I think he enjoys watching it, but it's a distraction from his ultimate goal. So he's packing up, he's getting ready. He's basically packed, but he's just gonna wait till morning to.
Fair enough.
So, yeah, just
You get a tap on the shoulder from Alara, and she goes, meet me over there where Radine is in about half an hour, please.
okay.
Thank you. She just kind of like skips away. There's a little bit of time passing, and Radine, you're kind of like sat where you are, And Alara comes over and she goes, "You still brooding over here?"
Brooding? I don't brood.
Oh, come on, Radian. You're brooding. This is textbook brooding.
What are you talking about? What even is brooding?
Sitting in a... I don't know the definition, but whatever it is, you're brooding.
I'm not brooding. I assure you.
Right. Well, scooch up. I'm waiting for the others to show.
He sort of holds out his hand for her to sit down more comfortably.
She takes it. She sits down. She
Nice and
goes,
quiet here.
"It is. Far away from the merriment of killing a man."
Yeah, not really a reason to celebrate, is it?
No, not really, actually. Maybe just a quick... What's your passive perception, Radium?
I don't think it's very high. 12. Actually, that's decent
Okay.
for him.
You notice that sort of like jokey face kind of drops for a minute, and there's a deeper sadness just kind of like peeking out.
You're really uncomfortable with this, aren't you?
Me? No. Not at all.
My lady,
I-
you don't have to lie to me.
Ridian, I'm assuming you have. Not because you're scary looking, but
Killed a man.
yes.
Unfortunately, I have.
How do you cope with it?
He looks really solemn for a moment as he thinks back to these things, and he's like, you never really get over it, you know. It never gets easier. I still remember a lot of them. But, well, I don't think we've lived similar lives, my lady. I think if someone like you was tangled up in a mess of any kind, I think you would have done the right thing. I don't think you would kill like I have before.
She looks slightly puzzled at that sentiment. Before she kind of like it clicks in her head, and she's like, "Oh, well, like, yes, She's like struggling to get her words out, and she continues on. She says, "When I studied at the academy, they taught us how to use magic for offensive purposes, but never deal with the consequences of using that magic. And the other day, when we were attacked, I was talking with the mayor, and we were at the school, and obviously we were attacked, and that, well, his son came in with some others, and I fought some off, and I killed some, but obviously it wasn't enough, and I was taken anyway, and some of the kids also, but is there really, I really mean really, no way to deal with that?
Ilara, you can be safe in the knowledge that what you did, yes, you took a life. I can't say that you didn't do that. But do you know how many more would have been lost if you hadn't done what you did.
And like mid-sentence, as you're probably going to say something else, Krulo begins to teeter on over, and then you see Clayton and Rak begin to come on over at the same time, then Kazakh, and Celestine, you happen to be passing by as the group is sort of formed, and maybe it's sheer curiosity, maybe it's just interest in what they're doing, but you have a peek in.
Oh, everybody. Hello? He sort of looks through an
Hey! How's everyone doing? Clayton's been drinking.
Oh, by the mother. Right.
Hello, everyone. I called you on over because I was hoping maybe to get your, or to purchase your services. Are you guys a purchasable service? I don't know.
He sort of whispers, not quite.
Well, I'd like to ask you all if you could do me a favor in helping me get to Erin Law.
Look, everyone, I've already agreed to do it. I think we all have business in Erin Law.
We do?
Well, I don't know about you, actually, but I mean, I know Kazakh, you wanted to see the statue. Celestine, you're looking to get to the Imperium. Krulo, I would just miss your company, really. And you two, you have people to rebuild for you. Why not go out and see the world a little?
She kind of looks at you, Rak, and she goes, I actually quite like it if you came along as well.
Well, this does seem like the direction where this Black Crown may be, so I'm in.
You said money was on the table.
Yes, I can pay you all 50 gold for the travel.
50 gold. Well, that's 50 out of 3,000 gold it would take to rebuild my establishment. But sure. I don't want to do this for free if I have to travel with that one. And I point to Celestine.
Hey, I'm just a passenger, okay? And look, let's just let bygones be bygones. Otherwise, it's going to be a really uncomfortable trip.
Say that again.
I'll happily go. I can, yes, I can get back to the Imperium from there, I suppose. And, perhaps it'll give me some time to do a bit of writing. Maybe write my next great hit, or, perhaps some of us will get along and I'll write a song about one of you.
How lucky we would be. That's actually sincere, I swear.
Celestine just doesn't believe that, so she just gives you like a...
Celestine, perhaps I could have a talk with you about your life in the Imperium, if you don't mind.
I mean, what's to tell? It's, it's the greatest place to live, I don't really have much to say, so,
Oh, okay. That's fine. But yeah, thank you, everyone. I'm assuming everyone is on board.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Great. Well, enjoy tonight, everyone, and I'll collect you all in the morning, and we can head on out. Does that sound okay?
Sounds acceptable. And if you don't mind, I'm gonna go find another drink, seeing as though someone closed the bar early. And I give Clayton a look, and I start to try and saunter off to find another victim to steal a drink from.
Yeah, he flips you off. He doesn't care.
And if no one else would like to do anything,
No.
no, we're all good.
Sounds like we're toying with a demon then.
Maybe no.
I was about to ask.
go on,
Rack how his door unlocking skills was, but then I thought Ed might actually kill me. Kill the mayor.
No, no mayor killing.
You would
It's
be the
on the
criminal then.
list.
Well, if that is everything, then yeah.
I slam a bottle into Kazak's hands and go, yeah, and go just like go on an absolute pub crawl.
Your own pub crawl.
He can't
That's
resist you.
interesting.
We get sloshed.
Yeah.
And the
Kazak wakes
night,
up with the worst hangover he's had.
as the night ends, we'll pull away from the town of merriment, just for tonight, and we will end our session there for the evening.
Hey.
Thanks everyone.
Nice.
Yay! On a somewhat bittersweet, somber, dark, morbid note. Don't really know
An
how to
odd
describe that
mood.
one. An odd mood. Everyone kind of hates each other, but everyone's also kind of
We
each
do.
other.
We do.
Well, I hope that improves. I really do. Otherwise, this will be a very short campaign. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. Have a wonderful evening. I'm going to end the stream now. I should look to rate someone, so... Yes,
Ooh,
I'm going to be
yes,
on
let's
the
rate
thingy.
somebody.
Oh, it will be
We'll
silent.
kill the mayor one
Stick
day,
around.
guys.
Goodbye, everyone. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank
Have a
you.
beautiful time. Bye.